Hello and welcome, I am Raziel and it is Sunday, so that is the Sunday pre-order preview. And it's all Necrons and Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, I've got to say the first thing up is the codexes. Oh, it's Codex Necrons. And I've got to say, I don't like the artwork on the front of either of them. It just looks a bit dopey. I mean, especially that limited edition one. That looks awful. That's just bad art. It's not the first time I've said this about Codex either. That's just bad art. I mean, this normal edition has better artwork, but it's still just very boring. I don't like either. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, that's just bad art. Anyway, it's the Codexes. They are going to be that, and you know what they are. I can't really say more. I can't talk about what's inside them. I don't know what's inside them. Emetech the Stormlord. I quite like this model. He's quite, strong in his pose, and he's got his big spear with a pointy stick or whatever, and he looks really nice. And there's a nice flow in his cape. Yeah, it's quite a nice kinetic model. I mean, he's on a tactical rock, but he kind of suits it. It suits his pose because it's elevating his leg, giving him that nice angle. It's a nice model. It's quite cool, and I like the kind of inscriptions on his body as well. He looks good. And then you got Orican the Diviner. Honestly, why preview him yesterday in a World Championship previews only to show him off, have him for pre-order next week? It won't hurt anyone if they had to wait. I've got codexes where there's whole models that weren't released, and named characters, with no model. It wouldn't have hurt Games Workshop to hold off his release. He was on a special preview yesterday, or just previewed him today. There was no reason for him to be there yesterday and today. It's just really silly. Oh, look at this. We got this Necron. He's coming. And it's like, yeah, he's coming to Maui. That's stupid. And again, you've got the bloody tactical rock. I don't like it. Because it would make him look better if he didn't have that rock. Have him balancing on that, tail? Yeah, it'd be difficult to build, don't get me wrong. It'd be a challenging build. But it would look so much better. It would do without that rock. It would be so majestic and it would look so, there'd be movement involved. And yeah. And then you got, again, the Overlord with Translocation Shroud. Again, so much movement, so kinetic, until you see that rock. That rock stuck on him. It makes him look like he's stuck there. He's not floating up above it. He's there on the rock. These rocks literally just sort of anchor them onto the field and just take off any form of immersion or any form of kinesis that the model has. This has a lot of movement, has a lot involved. And then that rock just goes, yeah, he's stuck to a rock. I mean, these are nice looking models. And, but those rocks just absolutely ruin they just ruin it. There's absolutely no reason for them. They should. I mean, if you remember the old Deceiver model or the old the other guy, the bad guy, the deaf guy, I can't remember his name. Like, they were on their robes. There was no tactical rock. They were on their robes. They were all up, and it looks fantastic. It looks like majestic. There's movement. It's fantastic. It's great, right? And now you got all this movement and a rock. That rock, yeah, nope, not a fan, don't like it. And I think it does a lot of damage to these. And now you have Overlord with Tachyon Arrow. Again, nice pose. It's a nice pose. And again, this is where rock works because it's light, it's small, it elevates his foot slightly, and it makes him look more dramatic. Like he's in that pose. He's not a moving model. The only movement is maybe some wind in those chains. So there's a little bit of movement, but he's meant to be static. The other two aren't meant to be static. They're meant to be moving. They're meant to be floating across the battlefield. And it's alright. Royal Warden, again, it's a nice pose. It's a static pose. I'm not a big fan of static poses in the best of times. I do like a nice kinetic pose. But again, see, this is where rock fits because he's not moving. He's in a heroic pose. Okay? That's why I like it. Now we got the Combat Patrol. Now some people have said, everyone's got those. Oh, it's a new model in it as well. That's a new model. That's so cool. It's actually got a brand new model in it. Well, a lot of people have said that you've got Necron Warriors, plenty of those, so it's not a good box. See, to me, a good box, a good Combat Patrol box, is a box that's good for starters. It has a little bit of everything, or as much as an army can show off. Now, this does. You have Elite, or Heavy Sport, Troops, HQ. It's a little bit of lots of different unit variations there. So I think this is pretty good for a starter, okay? I like it. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a fan of Necrons. It's not going to get me to buy Necrons, but it's a box that I would say, yeah, I like it for anyone beginning Necrons, because you get to try out everything. Melee, close combat, heavy weapons. You've got the Tachyon Arrow guy as well. So you've got everything there, Something for everything, And that, preferred a range of 72 inches. Holy moly, that's 72 inches at strength 16. That's nasty. And D6 plus 2. Well, you can only fire it once. But that is pretty nasty. That's a nice weapon to have. That's going to kill a tank. Or it's going to hurt a lot. That's going to hurt someone badly. Up to 8 wounds on a turn. I quite like it. And the rules are downloaded by words. Data sheets, cards, dice. Data sheets and cards and dice. And now we got the Adeptus Mechanicus. Adeptus Mechanicus is the same. Normal one is the same one as last time, because who wants anything new? And the limited edition one, yeah, it's all right. It's a lot better. But that one looks like the Forge World Engine Seer. That does. Which is the cheaper one, by the way. If you want to get an Engine Seer, get the Forge World one. It's cheaper. Or the resin one, it's cheaper. So yeah, I actually like it. That's a nice looking box. That's a nice book. I prefer that one. And there's a lot of nice detail in the other one as well. The Sidonian Skratos, whatever. Yeah, it's stupid looking still. Still looks dopey. Still looks silly. And you can have a different head and a different gun. With a transuranic arquebus. Yeah. What's really funny is that Adeptus Mechanicus already have a good looking sniper model. So this just looks dopey, and people go, "Oh, he looks so 40k." No, he doesn't look 40k. He looks stupid. Now, it can be grim derp. I know a lot of things can be grim derp, but this isn't grim derp. This is just stupid. And why is the exhaust pipe hanging down like that? As well, silly model. Don't like it. The Adeptus Mechanicus box. Now, I said I like this box. I do like this box. This box suits me personally. Okay, it's a box that suits me. You have Manipulus, which is a nice looking model. Some Secretary, which has the good sniper in it. That's just funny that the rubbish looking sniper is followed by the good looking sniper. You can make him in this box. You got the Cerberus and the other ones, which I keep Taraxi. Okay, to me this would suit me down to the ground. It's a fast box. I like fast armies. It suits me. But, like I said, because you've got 2 fast units where you could have had something else, it may not be good for other people. It's not one, there's nothing really there to show off any heavy support or anything elite. It's a nice box, but, like I said, it suits me, but the Necron box is better, in my opinion. Cards and dice. More cards! Tac Ops and mission cards. Necromunda, the Ironhead Squat Prospectors. Scavian Exploiter. This is a nice model. I like it. The only thing that lets it down is it's resin and Forge World. The only reason that does let it down. Well, you can all get on the same website now anyway. But I think this should have come out in plastic, and it should also be available for 40k. It's a nice looking model. It would be really cool in plastic. Also, it doesn't look like it hasn't been painted properly either. If you can just see it there below the tracks, under the track there. It looks like they missed a bit painting it. That's bad. That's really bad. I think, actually, I got a feeling that's not badly painted. It's just they haven't used Photoshop properly, and it's meant to be a gap under there, which they haven't put the gap in, because there's another one underneath on the wheel. I like it. I do like it. I think it's a nice looking bottle. It's really good. But I think the price is going to be the issue on that one. Azungar and the Lady of Ash. I do like this model. This would be a cool model for if you're doing chem dogs. If you're doing chem dogs for your Asha Militarum, she would make a great Primaris Psyker. Ah, fantastic. She's a nice looking model. I'd quite like her. See, this is sort of grimmed up I like. See, it's absolutely. See the blade on the hand or over the top. All of this is weird and the big long horns for no reason. See, this is fun, grimmed up. This fits. That sniper looks stupid. I could literally go on how stupid that is. The Outwaist Outpost. Yeah, it's terrain. I don't really talk about terrain. War Boss paperback. Yay! Books by Mike Brooks. About an orc book. I've not read much by Mike Brooks. I'm just trying to think. Nope. I don't think I've read anything by him, so I can't. Oh, Brutal Cunning. It wasn't fun. It wasn't that great, in my opinion. Some people might like it. Others, I wasn't a fan. Couldn't really get into it. There we go. We have the God Machines at Warhammer 40,000 Omnibus. About the Tonight Titan-sized omnibus features 10 short stories. Now, is that that's not really an omnibus if it's just short stories. That's an anthology, isn't it? You know? That's more of an anthology. If it's 10 short stories, that's an anthology. Omnibus is multiple books. If it's got the Andy Clark trilogy in it, Fireblade, Freeblade, and the last one, might be worth picking up. But if it's just short stories, it's an anthology, not an omnibus. Box games, Space Marine, Christmas stuff, pin set, hat and glove, and slippers, socks. Seriously, there you go. That is today's pre-order preview. Honestly, it's not great. I think it's a bit silly to have Oricon the day after the preview. It seems really silly to have that now. I mean, it's a nice looking model, but that tactical rock on that and the other guy, it ruins it. It really does. It's like the Neurolictor again. The Neurolictor is a fantastic looking model. It has a lot of movement in it, but it's wrapped around a rock, which sort of stops the look of movement. It grounds it to the tabletop. You know? Oh, yeah. I don't like this idea. There's so many tactical rocks. You know, if it's in a heroic pose, you know, like the one with a tachyon arrow, you know, that nice heroic pose where he's standing there, you know, stern, fantastic. Have him on a rock. Have a foot elevated. It looks impressive. If they have movement or they look like they got a lot of movement, no rocks. It's not difficult to understand. It's like putting a rock underneath, you know, having a new. I'm going to give him an idea now, aren't I? You know, when Samuel comes out for Dark Angels, when he gets remade. No, he's on a land speed or a jet bike. When having that jet bike coming off, like you're taking all movement away. Okay? Now I know people don't like, you know, some of the Necrons. They like the Necrons in their stern automatic poses. To me, a model is always good if it's nice and kinetic and there's lots of movement involved. You know, or you know, it looks. There's a nice balance between the two, in my opinion. The Combat Patrol boxes, the Necron, in my opinion, is the better one, even though the Adeptus Mechanicus one suits me better. Okay? That's the difference. Like the Adeptus Mechanicus one suits me better. The Necron one, in my opinion, is better because it has a lot more different units, type of units for a beginner. Then, of course, the books. No special or limited edition book today. That's good. The Omnibus, if it's got the Andy Clark books in it, which are really good and worth reading, this might be worth getting. If it's just short stories, I'll probably skip it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of anthology books. I'm not. I find them quite tedious, to be honest with you. What else was there? That snipe. I'm sorry, but that snipe is so stupid looking. I can't believe. I don't even know how that passed any form of QA. We need a sniper for Adeptus Mechanicus. Let's give someone stilts. Yeah. I think the next lines will probably pass the crack pipe. Put it down. No. Right. So yeah, that's really stupid. The Codex books, the Necron artwork's just awful. I don't like it. I really don't. And finally, the Mechanicus artwork. I do like it. I think it's nice. I even though it is again a repeat of last edition. I miss the days where every edition had new artwork, and it could really show off what an army looked like or how it was. Jeez. Like if you look at the Elder one, you had the Elder second edition, which everyone knows is the Skittle one. Then you had the third edition, which is uber dark. It's like really dark. Then you had the third edition, which was uber dark. And then you had the fifth edition, which was like bright and colourful again. And then you had the sixth and sixth edition, which went back to being dark. So you had this show off of what the Elder were like. But now it's like we just do whatever it was last time. Like the Tyrannid one is so similar, I had to check it. It looks like exactly the same colour as last time, with no difference. Just the insides have changed. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video on the pre-order preview. Like I said, it's kind of meh. It's not great. Oh, there's like Christmas stuff as well. I'm not going to really show. What am I going to talk about? Oh, there's a hat and glove set. Isn't that nice? You've got all chaos on here. Oh, there's a gingerbread. Why am I talking about Warhammer 40k and bringing up gingerbread man? For jeez, oh wow, throne's sake. This is kind of silly. This is beyond not. It's not green derp anymore, is it? I've known people have been making fun of World of Warcraft for going silly, but yeah, gingerbread man in Warhammer 40k shop. God, it's just, it's so stupid. Yeah, thank you very much for watching anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all again in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Link to Wayland Games is down below. As always, if you wish to save up to 20% of your Warhammer and free delivery after £20. There is Forbidden Planet for comics, Funko Pops, toys, books, DVDs, Blu-ray, blah, blah, blah. You know, all that cool stuff for geeky nature. You know, manga, and DC, Marvel, Image. Yep. There is my merchandise, comics, t-shirts, etc. And my Patreon. But as always, rather than just giving me money, I'd rather you hit one of the other links and, you know, buy yourself something nice if you can afford it, rather than just giving me money. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.